What's happening, fellas? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is in order to keep the woman, you have to be willing to lose her. All right. This is a very, it's interesting and strange. It's a weird concept. It's a weird idea because how can I, if I like a woman or I love a woman, how can I be willing to lose her? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, if I love someone or I want them, why would I be willing to lose them? But in order to truly love someone, you have to be willing to lose them, right? If you're not willing to let someone go, that means you need them. It's not that you love them, it's you need them. There's a difference between loving someone and needing someone, right? To me, loving someone is I care about this person and I want what's best for them. Okay? So if that means me losing them, then so be it. That's true love. That's true love. It's hard to have that kind of love, but that is what true love is. You can't be holding on to someone if it's time for them to go or if they're not acting right. Right? Like, if she's acting up, there needs to be consequences. And for me, the consequence is she has to go. Okay, I'm not yelling at no woman. I'm not arguing with no woman. If she is not willing to comply, if she's not willing to be receptive, if she's not willing to be submissive, she has to go. And that's actually my love for her. Because if I didn't love her, I would try to keep her. And she would actually, I would be breaking my character, and I wouldn't be molding her into the woman that is right for me. Because she wants to be the woman that's right for you, but you have to be strong enough to mold her into that. And that means be willing to let her go. If she's not acting right, you cut the communication line. You tell her, look, we're done. Right? This relationship is over, or we need to renegotiate this relationship. Things need to change here because you're not getting it. But when you need someone, you can't do that. When you need someone, you will break, you'll compromise. You know, when she's doing something you don't like, you'll just keep your mouth shut. You know, you won't speak up for yourself. You know, you won't lay down the law, and she's gonna run all over you. She's going to become the alpha. She's going to become masculine. You're going to become the beta. You're going to become feminine. Because guess what? The alpha is the one with the most value. The number one. That's the alpha. Right? So the second you make her more important than your values, than your character, than your beliefs, than your boundaries, she becomes alpha to you. She becomes a god to you. She becomes your goddess. Because you're basically saying, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get her, even if it means losing myself. Now, that's fucked up. Okay, I believe in doing whatever it takes to get a woman in the sense that you put your effort out and, you know, you're assertive and that kind of thing. But you don't break your character for a woman. You don't compromise your values. You don't bend. You don't try to be something you're not to make a woman like you. Fuck that. We've been given misinformation on how to relate to a woman. A woman wants a strong man who can stand up to her and check her on her bullshit and take away the value if she doesn't deserve it. Okay, you don't want to behave? Well, I'm going to take away my survival value. I'm going to take away my time. I'm going to take away my energy. I'm going to take away my resources. You go and figure it out on your own now. See how much you like it. Go out and deal with the world now without my support. See what happens. That's true love, though. Right? Because I can't, if I break my character, remember what got her in the first place. It was who you are. It's the way how you're behaving. I'm pretty sure you were probably on your shit. You're in your masculine energy. You're doing something right if you got a woman to choose you over all the other options. But then where guys fuck up is they stop being that man and they get complacent. They get attached to the woman and the woman tests them. We got to understand, female nature, she's supposed to test us. Sometimes guys think, oh, I'm being tested, you know, so I need to back down, I need to chill out. No. When you get tested, that's when you're supposed to step up. Like, wait, why she's testing me? Okay. And you check her. You don't break. The test is designed to catch your weakness. She wants to see, is this still the strong masculine man that I fell in love with? Is this still the strong alpha that I fell in love with? Or is he now beta? Because once you become beta, she's going to treat you like a beta. She's going to use you. She's going to talk down to you. She's going to disrespect you. And it's crazy because sometimes you might fail a shit test and you don't even know it. And so now she starts treating you a certain way. You're like, wait, what's going on here? And you got to learn from the mistakes, right? Sometimes we make a mistake. Sometimes we understand, okay, you got to be alpha, you got to be masculine, but then we slip a little bit. And then we're like, oh, fuck. Doesn't mean it's game over. You just got to get back on that alpha energy. You may have to raise it up, right? Sometimes if a woman starts acting up, I'll distance myself from her and I'll tap into more alpha and then I'll come back. Okay? I feel I got a little soft on her. I got a little soft. I need to go sharpen my claws. Right? I need to go sharpen my sword. Right? I got a little complacent, man. Because, I mean, when she's submissive and she's doing everything for you, yeah. And sometimes you don't notice when she's actually starting to get a little challenging. You kind of like, it's whatever, whatever. And then all of a sudden you feel the shift, the dynamic shift. It's like, wait, what's going on here? You start to notice you're like chasing her a little bit. And you're like, wait, what happened? Because you got complacent. You stopped being that alpha. You stopped evolving. You stopped being a beast. And sometimes it's not even just that. Maybe you are on your shit, but you're just not communicating properly to her. She's not getting it. So she's going to shit test you. Meaning, one of the things I notice with me is because I focus so much on my evolution, so much on evolving, so much on improving, if I don't communicate when I go through a change, like let's say, so for example, you'll hear me talk about certain things, like there was a certain point where I was talking about beasting out a lot. Then now I'm talking about being more alpha, talking about being a king, right? These are different like characters I would tap into, right? Because these are strong characters that are effective with dealing with women. And however, when I go into these different characters, if I don't communicate that to the woman somehow, like let her know like this is what's going on, I'm evolving into this new being, she'll start shit testing me because she's like, what the fuck is this? Like, why is he acting like this? She starts shit testing because she's supposed to, right? And sometimes those shit tests could be avoided if it's just communicated properly of why you're being the way you are. But sometimes you don't honestly, you don't really need to explain yourself. It's just depending on relationship you have with the woman. Sometimes it's just out of respect for her, like, because she's going to be thrown off if you go into this whole different energy. Like, one thing you'll notice, if you've been acting beta in your life and then all of a sudden you start acting alpha, watch what's going to happen. People are going to challenge you. What? People are going to come out the woodworks challenging you, like, because you're trying to be alpha. Who do you think you are? You're trying to respect yourself. You're trying to value yourself. You're trying to believe in yourself and actually move up in life. Well, who do you think you are? Stay a slave like the rest of us. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what the haters do. You got to be like, yo, fuck that, man. You stay a slave. You stay a sheep. I'm going to rise up. And you rise up and you go and find your people. You go and find the other beasts out there. You go and find the other lions. And they will show up once they see your energy, once they see your frequency is up there with them, they'll align with you, right? Because we want to build tribes, we want to work together to accomplish our goals, but we got to find like-minded people. So essentially, what I'm saying here is our character, our values, who we are. That shit is important, and we need to stay true to that. And the woman will test you. It is in her nature to test you, and it's actually a good thing because it keeps us sharp. If we are aware of what's happening, you don't take it personal. You don't get pissed at the woman, oh, why is she being a bitch or whatever. No, it's her nature. She's testing you. That means you're slipping somehow. Something about you's not making sense anymore. and it needs to make sense to her, right? And so it needs to be communicated properly, and that's how you evolve. Like the woman is there to help you evolve, the right woman. Some women are just, distractions or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the women who are complementary to you and will actually check you when you're showing weakness. I actually love that about women. Like, I actually get turned on when a woman shit tests me, right? Like, when I understand the shit test, meaning, oh, I see she's attacking that weakness, right? Like, if it's just a woman that's fucking, on some dumb shit, like just trying to be a problem for no reason, I don't fuck with that. I'm talking about women who shit test you because they see that something has changed, something's not making sense. I like that shit, man. It makes things interesting, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like the male energy is the order, the female energy is the chaos. And when it comes together, if the male order is strong enough, it turns into creation, a new evolution. But you have to be able to see it like that, or else you're going to take it personal. You're going to lash out at the woman. You're going to fail the shit test, and she's probably going to bounce. So, the moral of the story, you got to be strong enough to look a woman in the eye and give off that vibe, give off that energy, that frequency of, I am willing to lose you if you don't act right, if you don't follow my rules, my boundaries, if you don't respect me, if you don't be complementary to what I'm creating, to my kingdom, if you can't stand next to me as a queen and carry yourself as royalty the way I carry myself as royalty, if you don't know how to treat me like a king, then you gotta go. If you're not gonna be compliant, you gotta go. If you're not gonna be receptive, you gotta go. If you're not on my team, if it feels like you're a fucking enemy, you have to go. Until you go out there and you deal with the bullshit and you see what all the shit, you start to realize all the shit that I'm doing. Because sometimes they don't realize, right? They start to get ungrateful for all the shit that you're doing for them. So let them go. Let them go and deal with the bullshit. And then let them come back. And when they come back, guess what? You're on a whole nother level. So now they really better treat you like a king. That's the vibe. That's the attitude. If you want to work together, if you want to become a king, tap into this energy, this way of being where you start to respect yourself. You start to place yourself as number one. You see yourself as the alpha. You see yourself as the leader of men, leader of women. You start to take yourself seriously, not too seriously, but you start to realize, man, I'm a player in this game of life, man. And I could be an A player, an A game player. I could be a B player. I could be a C player, a D. What kind of player you want to be in this life? It's a choice. You can choose whether you want to carry yourself as a king or carry yourself as a slave. Carry yourself as alpha, carry yourself as beta. Carry yourself as masculine, carry yourself as feminine. It's a choice. So what do you choose? I have a program. It's called the Unbreakable Beast Program, where we work together. And I give you specific action steps for 8 weeks on how to become unbreakable in your confidence, how to become authentic in your expression, a leader, and the most attractive version of yourself. So you can get women left and right. So you can become powerful enough to build your kingdom, right? Build your business, raise your income, whatever it is. This is an energy that is applied to all areas of life. It's not just women. I just talk about women because women has been my biggest struggle, but I apply this energy to all areas of my life, to my business, to women, to my relationships, to everything. My fitness, my physique, my style, my communication. It's max out. This is a life of maxing out. That's what it means to be a beast. You max out in all areas. In the video game, your character is the character that people want to choose in a video game because your character is maxed out in ability. That's what we're going for. That's the Unbreakable Beast Program. It's an 8-week program, one-on-one coaching. We jump on calls each week. I give you guidance, advice, on how you can achieve your goals, right? If you're trying to build a rotation, if you're trying to attract a girlfriend, if you want to build a business, whatever it is, I hold you accountable. So you're taking specific actions consistently over time. So you're building this new future, this new condition, whatever it is you want. I don't believe in limitations. I don't believe that there's anything that you can't do. I believe you can literally do anything. Anything you set your mind to, you can do, but you have to step into this character, the character that gets what you want. There's a version of you that gets what you want, and that's the version you have to become. And that's what this program is designed for. It's a $1,500 program, right? But for the next 2 people who see this video and hit me up, I'm gonna let you in for $697. That's $700 for one-on-one coaching for 8 weeks, focusing on one specific goal, whatever that number one goal. What is that number one thing that you want to achieve right now that it's not going the way you want? You know, you're trying, but it's not going. Let's go after it 110%. Let's do it together. Let's make this shit happen. Hit me up. Peace.